Once in a while, a new audio brand pops up and really raises the bar for noise cancelling earbuds, and until now, I had thought you could only get really premium sounding ANC earbuds if you spent at least a couple of £100 or a couple of $100, and that is exactly why the Tozo NC20 Pro have caught my eye. They offer unique features, impressive tech specs, interesting software, and they even have some patents in place. And given the price point, all of this has really blown my mind. And I think this stuff might surprise you too. So if you stick around, you will see exactly what I mean. So let's start with the design and the first next level feature. I'm sure you can guess what it is already. So the shape of the Tozo NC20 Pro carry case is pebble-like, it's got nice rounded corners, and it is small enough to slip into the little pocket on a pair of jeans. This color variant is known as the titanium black. There are two other color options, and I'll have links to those if you want to check out those color options in a little more detail. The base of the case is flat, so it won't roll around on a flat surface, for example, when you're on a plane. On the lower edge of the case, you'll find the USB-C charging port, and Tozo do provide a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. Here you'll also find a power button. This actually wakes the LED touchscreen that's built into the case, and if you hold it down, it brings up the power menu, and this allows you to fully power down that display to conserve battery power. And actually, there's something very interesting you need to know about the power supply on these earbuds. The hinge on this one is nice and sturdy. Most affordable earbuds usually have flimsy and lightweight lids. That is not the case here. And when you flip the lid, the Tozo NC20 earbuds are actually magnetically fixed in place, and they're very secure. There's minimal rattle even when you give this case a really good shake. The buds themselves feel solid and well built. They don't feel hollow and lightweight. Tozo have added a little bit of their own branding on the stems, and there's even a little hidden LED just under the surface here. There is a little silver mesh up top, and this is for one of the noise cancelling mics. There are quite a few mics here. We'll come back to that. Also, quite interestingly, Tozo has used nano coating tech. They call it HydroGuard. And thanks to this, these earbuds have an official IPX8 waterproof rating, which is quite rare amongst earbuds in general. And it does mean they can survive underwater for a little while without taking any damage. And when it comes to the shape of the earbuds, they sit comfortably in my ear and actually very securely, even with the default medium ear tips that are pre-applied to the earbuds. And there are in fact 5 additional pairs of silicone tips to choose from, so you can find the most secure fit for you. And once you do, you could definitely use these for running and for the gym, and that's where that waterproof rating could be handy. So you might be wondering, what are the Tozo NC20 Pros like to use on an everyday basis? Allow me to explain. Touch controls are recognized on the stems of both the earbuds. A single tap here will play pause, double tap to skip tracks, triple tap to summon your voice assistant, and a push and hold on the right stem actually raises the volume. Push and hold on the left stem lowers the volume, and you can remap these however you want within the app. Now remember how I mentioned the battery life on these? You might automatically think, since the earbud case has an onboard touchscreen built in, that the battery life might not be the strongest attribute for these earbuds. Well, you'd be mistaken, because the combined playback time on these earbuds with ANC on is up to 63 hours and up to 80 hours with ANC off. And just for context, so you know how good this is, the AirPods Pro 3 can last up to just 24 hours. And the Tozo NC20 Pro do have quick charging capabilities, with just 10 minutes charge delivering up to 5 hours of playback. And keep in mind, the AirPods don't have a built-in display, and also you should know they don't have as many Bluetooth codec options as these earbuds. And that includes a codec that's far superior to the usual AAC codec when it comes to audio. Now let me show you what might impress you the most about the NC20 Pros. When you pair these up with your phone for the first time, what you'll see is the case customization options. Here you can actually select a preset wallpaper for that case display, or you can even upload one from your gallery. And just over here, you'll find Tozo's Ear Tune feature. This is essentially a hearing test that creates an audio curve that compensates for any frequencies that you might not be able to hear so clearly anymore. There's also a very interesting and useful AI section, which is home to an entire library of free white noises and relaxing sounds that you can use whilst traveling or just trying to sleep. And there's even AI tools, including a voice recorder, real-time and simultaneous translation features, and an AI chat feature. And to be honest, these are the first earbuds that I've tested that have this many AI features built in. It's kind of crazy. And when you jump into the noise cancelling section, there are 6 different options to choose from, and you can actually map your favorite one from these so that the earbuds default to that whenever you use them. I personally prefer the adaptive ANC setting because this allows the earbuds to adjust the noise cancelling levels based off the noises around you in real time. And when you go into the EQ section and the sound effects options, here's where you'll find the 32 preset EQs, and you can even customize your own using the advanced EQ tool, which is incredibly advanced. And even if this isn't your cup of tea and this isn't a specialty of yours, you can actually visit the EQ zone to explore the community EQ library. And what's great about this is you can actually see how many people like these particular EQs, and maybe you'll find something that you prefer here as opposed to the built-in presets. So when it comes to the actual app, in my opinion, Tozo has clearly over-delivered. And to take usability up another notch, you can access a lot of these software features without taking your phone out of your pocket. Media controls, volume, ANC, EQ, and even spatial audio modes are available and accessible on the case display. There's even a Find My Earbud feature that plays a sound from the earbuds pretty loud if you lose one, but you should never use this whilst they're in your ears because it is very, very loud. There's also a low latency gaming mode here, which switches the earbuds connections to the fastest codec possible for minimum lag. Now, remember how I mentioned the Tozo NC20s offer better codec options than some other more expensive earbuds? Well, the Bluetooth version here is Bluetooth 5.4, which does mean multi-point pairing is available. So this could be your laptop and your phone and your tablet, your phone and your PC or whatever. And if you go into the settings, you can enable the LDAC codec. And this is what allows these earbuds to play back high-res audio. Put simply, the LDAC transmission speed is 3 times faster than the traditional AAC codec, allowing more audio data to be sent to the earbuds. So if you have a hi-fi streaming service on your phone, or if you have some high-res audio local on your phone, when you play that back using LDAC, you're going to hear noticeably improved detail and clarity in your audio. So now let's talk about the actual quality of the earbuds when listening. And something important for you to know is that the sound quality definitely changes when you toggle between the different noise cancelling modes. There are a total of 6 microphones on board, 4 of which are the noise cancelling mics. And Tozo say their hybrid active noise cancellation reduces ambient noise down by 45 decibels. And having tested this, this is most effective when it comes to ambient noises like road noises, fans, air conditioners, airplane noise, that kind of stuff. The pass-through mode is decent as well. You can easily have a conversation without having to take the earbuds out of your ears. And actually the noise cancelling levels is very, very good given the price. Now, the other 2 mics that aren't for noise cancelling, those are the voice pickup mics. And Tozo has thrown in some AI to help improve this, and you will hear that in action in a minute. But first, let's talk about the sound quality, which is probably the most important thing. There are so many EQs here to choose from, so to give you an accurate explanation of how these sound is going to be quite difficult. But what I've found is the Bass Plus EQ is my favorite. I tested this with my usual headphone playlist, which includes classical music, rock music, female vocals, male vocals, all that kind of stuff. I do believe these are best tuned for more modern styles of music, but saying that, vocal clarity also shines here. I did also test these with some FLAC audio using the LDAC codec, and when listening like this, the details and the clarity are truly top notch. Bass levels are also very good, and overall volume is certainly more than enough for me, and I think will be more than enough for most people too. And if you are going to be using these for gaming or movies, this is when you'd want to switch on the spatial audio feature because it gives you that kind of movie theater type soundstage, which is really, really nice. So once again, in my opinion, this time when it comes to sound quality, Tozo have over-delivered. And now let's do a little mic test. So what you're hearing right now is the voice pickup quality on the NC20 Pro from Tozo. There are 6 total mics on board and one very powerful noise reduction AI algorithm. And I'm about to introduce some background noise so we can see how good this really is. So right now there's a very loud road noise to the right hand side of me. Can you still hear my voice clearly? Let me know. And as you know, when you are walking down the street, it's not just road noise you need to worry about. There's also wind involved. So let's introduce some wind. This is how the Tozo NC20 Pro sound with wind rushing past my right ear, now my left ear, now directly at my face. Let me know what you think of the voice call quality on these
formidable earbuds.
If you guys want to check out the latest prices and deals on the Tozo NC20 Pro, there will be affiliate links below this video. You never know when these might go on sale, so definitely keep an eye on those. So I appreciate you guys for watching this one. If you just subscribed, you're now one of the finest subscribers known to man. I'll see you in the next one. Don't be late.